guys, Our Productions here. Today, we're sitting down to answer some of your most asked questions in a Q&A. We've been getting a lot of great comments, messages, and feedback from you all, so we wanted to take some time to talk directly with you, clear a few things up, and share a bit more about what we're doing. So grab a seat, and let's jump right into it. Question 1. Which platforms will the game be available on at release? Slayers 2 is planned to be available on the intended platforms. However, platform availability will be fully confirmed closer to the release date once everything is finalized. We want to ensure each version meets our standards before making anything official. Question 2. When is the game set to release, and how long has it been in development? The game is currently planned for release in 2026, ideally around the summer. That being said, game development can be unpredictable, and timelines may shift as we get closer to launch. We will make a proper announcement with an official countdown, just like the old days. Question 3. Will there be early access for players to participate? Yes, there will be an early access phase. During this period, content creators will be allowed to record and share gameplay for the first time. Early access will be limited and granted only to selected individuals with specific eligibility requirements in place. This phase will most likely take place a couple of weeks before the official release. More details, including how to qualify, will be shared closer to the start of the early access phase. Question 4. Will progress carry over, and what will be carried over? No, player progress will not carry over. This is because Slayers 2 is not a continuation or sequel, but an entirely new game built from the ground up. However, as a token of appreciation, any clans that were not fully implemented previously will be carried over in some form. The exact method is still being finalized. The current transfer options we are considering are as follows: additional clan spins, restoring the transferred clan directly. Before we continue, if you want updates, sneak peeks, and to hang out with the community, feel free to join our Discord. It's where we share news, chat with you all, and talk about what we're working on. The link's in the description, and we'd love to see you there. Question 5. Will clans work the same as Project Slayers? All clans are being fully reworked for Slayers 2. Clans now go much more in depth, with some directly affecting your builds while others may provide more subtle benefits. That said, clans will still be a major part of the overall game system, just like in the previous game. In addition, some clans, combat styles, and even evil arts may be affected by the gear you wear. Certain gear may also have increased resistance to specific status effects, essentially debuffs, depending on your clan, style, and equipment choices. Because of this, build planning and gear selection will matter, so choose your setup wisely. Question 6. Why did we create a new game instead of updating the previous version? As many of you know, we really wanted to continue updating the previous game, and we genuinely tried to make it work. However, the underlying codebase was very dated and, honestly, not in great shape. Each update became increasingly painful, with new features causing older systems to break, sometimes in unexpected ways. It is our first ever project, you see. When we looked at it logically, we were left with two real options: completely recode the original game, or create a brand new, polished experience from the ground up. At that point, it made more sense to start fresh and build a new game where we could fully refine every system and bring our original vision to life without technical limitations holding us back. And trust us, we're just as surprised as you are that the original game held together for as long as it did without completely exploding. Question 7. How many weapons will be available at release? There will be approximately 8 to 10 weapons available at launch, with 1 to 2 of those weapons specifically allocated to Demon Slayers. Yes, this also means that Demon Slayers will finally have access to secondary weapons. We are listening, trust us. Weapons are divided into different categories, with Mythic being the highest tier. Higher tier weapons come with more skills compared to lower tier weapon categories, giving players more options when building their playstyle. The weapons that originally existed in Project Slayers will be implemented in Slayers 2 under one condition: all of their kits will be fully reworked. This ensures that every weapon fits the new combat system. Question 8. What breathings and demon arts will be available at release? At launch, we plan to include a total of 8 breathings and 9 demon, but there's a decent chance this may change as well. It's also important to note that breathing variations will be available for specific breathings. For example, water breathing may include variations inspired by characters such as Jiu, Tanjiro, or Sabito, while thunder breathing may feature variations tied to Zenitsu or Kaigaku. Something similar would be added for demons as well. These variations are designed to add much more depth and flexibility to character builds. We know this was an area where we were previously lacking, and this is meant to be a refresh for how you approach your character build. Question 9. Will the combat be the same as Project Slayers? During our reconnaissance, we looked, listened, and heard you. Many of the complaints centered around combat feeling too unpunishable, allowing near infinite combos and combo chains long enough to step away and use the restroom, haha. In terms of using a block-based combat foundation, yes. However, the combat system itself is very different and far more in-depth. We introduced a new blocking system that allows players to block mid-M1 chains during certain skills, and even block then dash away. This system goes much deeper than it may initially appear. There are also multiple types of stuns. Additional stun types will be added in the future. Some example of these stuns are: Strict Stun prevents the player from blocking or block dashing while taking damage. This is indicated by stars over the target's head. Normal Stun allows blocking and dashing away. This is commonly used in M1 combat and some barrage type skills, though certain weapons or even the length of a barrages may disable this feature, and in some cases, the opposite may also apply. Dash M1. Dashing while performing an M1 will give you extended range, making it easier to initiate combo chains. This is not overpowered due to the new blocking system, but it does provide assistance in combat. Block Dash. Block dashing is limited by your stamina bar. Overusing it will drain the bar and leave the player very vulnerable, so choose your dash block wise. Block Bar. At base, the block bar can absorb 5 hits, but this can be increased through your character build using the skill tree. Air Combo Control. Holding or releasing the jump key after an air combo changes how your opponent is knocked down. Holding jump knocks the opponent back down to the ground. Releasing jump mid-air pushes the opponent away, allowing for combo continuation. Lastly, the breathing style and evil art combat that has been shown so far focuses strictly on base draw combat without weapons, clan skills, fighting styles, or stances. On either side, weapon combat is a separate layer, as well as the new implementation of fighting styles and stances. That has not been showcased yet, but it will change the way combat plays along. We are excited to see the combos that you guys come up with. We are still in heavy development, so things are subject to change. We just wanted to provide a bit more clarity on everything. We appreciate the support. Bonus! In terms of content, we have a lot more planned now that we have extra development time. We've seen your comments asking for progression showcases and map showcases, and we hear you. Because of that, we've decided that in the future we might do a dedicated direct to properly showcase some of these systems and features. This will give us the opportunity to go more in depth and show things the right way, rather than rushing them out in small clips. More details on that will be shared in the future.